Well, hello, cartooniacs! Dave McDonald here. Hope you're doing well. I know this is a crazy time for everybody. You're stuck at home. You're doing e-learning. You might be arguing with family members. Hopefully not. I hope everyone's getting along very well and you're staying safe, washing those hands. But since it is kind of a crazy time, I thought I might just stop in here and do some drawing with you today and see if that might cure some of the blues created by that nasty monster, COVID-19 or coronavirus, whatever you want to call it. And I thought that might be a good jumping off point for a drawing, because when I think about, I think about personification a lot, don't you? You know what personification is, right? Personification, if you don't know, that's when you take and you give human qualities to things that aren't normally alive. And if you've been in my classes before, you know that I like to turn food into characters. In other words, food isn't alive and walking around and talking to you in real life, but in comics and fiction, we can personify that object and bring it to life as a character. That's fun. Oh, here's a dirty sock character that I've personified. Let's call him Jim. Jim Sock. Get it? Colin, did you like that one? Colin, I have to give a shout out to Westview Elementary. All my friends are over there at Westview. I hope you're doing well. Destiny and Trinity, Sophia, Lavinia and Rafaela, I hope you're doing well. Maya, my great writing friend over there. Colin, again, cartoonist extraordinaire. And of course, Maceo, all around good guy and artist. If you haven't seen Maceo's work, ask him to show you his sketchbook. He's exceptional. But I wanted to shout out to Westview and all my teachers as well, my friends. But let's today draw something and personify this ugly thing known as King COVID. That's what I thought. I would create this real ugly monster that's kind of attacking us all. And the way I'm going to start drawing this, I hope you have some paper and pencil if you want to draw along, but I'm going to use a pencil just to rough out some basic shapes for this character. I think I'm going to start with a circle-ish or oval shape here very lightly. I hope you can see it. I always like to sketch out basic shapes very lightly in pencil first. And there's an oval shape, and I'm going to make him look like I imagine this King COVID to be kind of gloppy and slimy and awful looking. So he's going to be kind of like a slug character maybe, with some big eyeballs at the top and a mouth that's kind of maybe dripping with who knows what. Gross stuff probably. But this is how I kind of rough out the shape of the character. His eyeballs are here, his body is here, and it kind of trails off again like a slug. Let's give him some arms. He's got kind of gross little, maybe dripping off, all this yucky stuff dripping. And let's see. Again, very rough shape. And then I'm going to grab a marker and start to draw the character. Okay, so I'm going to start, and in the business we call this, you could call it like tracing. I call it inking. Creating the character in ink. These eyeball things in my eyeballs, I like to leave a little white circle in the black pupil. Do you see that right there? And that really, it kind of gives the eye a little bit of pop. It's kind of a reflection or a shine, right? Oh, he's got all kinds of yuck dripping out of his mouth. Let's give him some ugly teeth here. So he's got this big mouth oozing with yuck. I hope everyone's remembering to stay safely away from, I know it's hard to do in this time, staying away from your friends. It's an unusual time we're having to go through. But I hope we're exercising those precautions so that we don't get anyone sick or get sick ourselves. That's certainly not what we want. So just kind of going over my lines. Again, more dripping, little dripping effect. All right, so the body, let's bring the body down like this. Just give it kind of a wavy effect. Kind of like a gross little worm. Making his way slowly into our lives. And I think what we need to do after we get this character done in the next video, maybe we'll create a hero character who can defeat this, what I call kind of an awful monster. Scummy little wormish thing. Let's draw these little, I don't know what these are, but I imagine anything awful, anything that looks awful or horrendous would make this character look even worse. Now this is a shadow beneath the character. Just a little bit of black underneath the character to indicate that he has shape and dimension. Maybe even give him, I don't know, maybe he's comes from the amphibious family or fish. He's even got these fins on the back of him. Oh, this guy is ugly. Now let's give him an awful mean look. Right now he just looks normal, but I think he's probably an awful character with obviously mean intentions. So let's give him these mean eyebrows. Just nice and thick. Just go over them. I know your teachers are doing a good job with their e-learning. Cut them some slack though, because it's not easy. Remember, I was, at least at Westview, I was your teacher for a few weeks, and I know what it was like to try to keep these e-learning things going. So cut them some slack. They're doing their best. Okay, let's see. Maybe in the background, let's see. Give it a little horizon line here. And then maybe down here, we've got a building filled with people who he's terrorizing. And of course, again, he's only going to terrorize until we can get some superhero help in our next video to kind of corral this monster. So at the top of this building, there's an antenna maybe, and they're sending out the signal that they need the superhero to come. Right? Character down here maybe. Run for your lives. Well, we're going to run for our lives, but we're not running away because we're going to defeat this ugly thing. He's a king, COVID, so he's got to have a, I guess we'll give him a crown with a big C on it. King COVID. Kind of an ugly, he's got nostrils here. Stuff flying out of there, dripping, oozing. Dots here and there. Oh, he's ugly. Did you draw King COVID? I hope you had fun. Again, what we'll do the next time is draw some kind of a character to defeat this awful monster. Maybe be thinking about that. Maybe it's a giant or some kind, maybe it's Bigfoot. Maybe it's a robot. We don't know. Be thinking about that. But we want We definitely want to take out this mean character with something, right? He needs to go away and fast. And you and I are going to help do it. We're going to help do it with through cartooning, but maybe, how about don't forget those safety tips. Keep washing your hands, right? Safe distancing from other people. Wash those hands, all right? My friends, be well, stay safe. I will see you next time.